is a shear wall. The SH stands for shear wall in our system, and it has an X bracing that you will see as soon as it turns. So the X bracing that you see here is the X bracing that you see in the panel. Of course, there's a bunch of other stuff going on, which is electrical, that we will talk about later. But now you will get to see two kinds of connections. The first kind of connection will be wall to floor connection, which will be to the anchor, and you will also get to see the wall to wall connections in this case, which I will explain in a second. So you're gonna see both the anchor bolt connections, which are specified here very clearly, right here. As well as the wall-to-wall connections. You can see it's a as the team connects, you don't realize how much of the construction is already being accomplished, because not only you are standing the framing, at the same time the plumbing, the electrical, the exterior sheathing, the structural sheathing, the fire rated sheathing, the thermal break layer are all being created. Let me just show you quickly here. As the guys work on it, you can see already. Here's a quick preview. We will discuss more later. But what you can see is this is the fire rated sheathing layer, and this can be achieved through various different products that we integrate with. We'll talk about it a little bit more later. There could be a dense glass like material, glass rock X, various types of magnesium oxide boards. The outside of that is the rigid foam insulation. This is a 1-inch R5 for thermal break, followed by 2 layers of building paper. We'll touch more on this later on, but what you can see here is Tyvek commercial wrap, as well as Tyvek stucco wrap, which are both installed, and we will be working with them more later on today as well. All right. So, okay, got it. Yeah. Here is a better angle to look at the same thing. Same thing, the exterior wall, outside the structural framing, you see the fire rated layer. This can be achieved through various different products. Again, there could be a dense glass. We work with dense glass, glass rock X, Saint Gobain's products for exterior sheathing, or various kinds of magnesium oxide boards that we, of course, ensure that they meet all the various code requirements that are there for 1 hour or 2 hour fire rating. Also the rigid foam insulation that you see outside here for the thermal break, which is 1 inch. It can also be 2 inch for R10, and the various waterproofing layers on the outside that you see. We'll see more of this later. We'll come back to this in a little bit. So I want to point to the wall-to-wall connection. So you see 2 walls coming together. If you see on my screen right now, there are 2 walls which are being connected, and the mobile app shows you that you need to do 12 inches on center, 2 screws every 2 inches on center, going from top to bottom, and that's what the guys are doing right now. They are plumbing the walls at the same time. The red bars that you're seeing, they are the plumb, to make sure that the walls are plumb right from the beginning. The screw connections, 12 inches on center from top to bottom, are being made. Here is the third panel. I'm going to go on to the third panel as it comes in. Here is the third panel. This is a panel, its name starts with FHOP. OP in Livio's system stands for opening panel. There's a door at this location. You can also see some plumbing pipes that we'll talk about a little bit later on. Here is the overall floor plan for this, where the portion of the building that it is completing. So this will complete, this wall panel will complete the back wall of the structure once it puts in. Once again, you can see the perfect alignment between the bottom, the bolts sticking out of the ground, as well as the bottom track holes, which is only because of LIVIO's inverted bottom track. So once again, you can see that the mobile app is calling out for connections between the wall, bottom of the wall, and the anchor bolts, as well as the wall-to-wall connections that you will see. In this case, there will be a connection plate made on the top that is being called out here. Here are the details of the connections. There's a top splice which will be made by 4x8 68 MIL plate, and they will be 6 of hashed and